Hi, this is Kateryna and Issara from I Was Diagnosed, and Issara is going to talk about the passion of his.
Oh my god. So, one of my passions is identifying blind spots in with professionals in whether they're like neurologists or whatever. In this case, one of the blind spots that I find absolutely frustrating is nobody talks to from a physical therapy standpoint. So this conversation is about physical therapy and about mobility. And in particular, Kateryna's dealing with mobility issues. Like her right leg is sometimes really bad. Like today it's really bad. She can hardly walk. It's really scary. So she's at risk of falling, right?
And I have been falling and I have been tripping over too,
yeah,
right?
And it's really scary. And so she is at a higher risk of falling than other people. So what I've noticed with physical therapists is the work they do is they try and basically work on you so that you don't fall. And that's their problem. That's their approach. That's their process. The problem with that is that it's basically giving you no information so that when you fall, you can fall well. And I mean, it's so insane as I've gotten into this, because guess what? There are like professions that are dedicated to falling. So 3 crazy professions I've identified where they're specialists in falling, not academic knowledge, but actually practical knowledge, are stunt people who literally they'll fall down stairs, they'll fall on cement, they'll do all this stuff. They have a design methodology for just falling on the ground and not hurting themselves.
Right.
And they're professionally trained. There's those guys. Skateboarders fall all the time on concrete. And yes, I know a lot of them have injuries, but they've also developed ways and patterns and a methodology of falling on concrete and not hurting themselves. And then lastly are martial artists, and especially judo in particular, has a whole branch dedicated to falling and not hurting yourself. So it's literally, there are these professional disciplines out there, and you could learn, if you're dealing with mobility issues, you could watch these videos on YouTube and practice on a soft space. I'm not telling you to fall and hurt yourself. I'm not liable for any injuries in this video. I'm not telling you to do anything, but you can learn this. So one of the things I'm really thinking about doing, and I may never do it, but it would be great, is to just put together a falling program and bring together those 3 disciplines, maybe others, I'm not sure, maybe parkour or something, but at least those 3 who can fall on concrete and not hurt themselves. Because with Kateryna, I worry about her falling all the time. And I grew up out in the woods, and so I'm pretty good at falling and not hurting myself, knock on wood. Of course, right after this video I'll probably fall and twist my ankle or something, but whatever. But the point is that there is a discipline, and that you shouldn't just focus on not falling, because it creates a different outcome.
And I think it's really brilliant observation and idea that you have, and the reason why those 2 disciplines haven't been, or those 2 domains of knowledge haven't been brought together, is because one feels so extreme, right? You're skateboarder and you're a stunt artist, and mobility is we're barely trying to make our steps, and so how could we possibly bring them 2 together? But I think this is a totally valid and underseen, point that you have.
Yeah, and it's a risk management strategy. It takes the risk out.
And this is just I get passionate too just hearing you talk about it, because nobody prevents us from learning what it takes not to fall. And nobody prevents us from learning once you fall, because I will fall eventually.
Yeah.
What to do, what to do when I have things in my hands, how to fall if I'm on the carpet, how to fall if I'm on the stairs, how to fall if I'm on the, just kind of
just walking on the street.
Walking on the street, right?
Yeah. I mean, the fact is that if you're dealing with a progressive thing with a mobility component, you're probably going to be falling. And wouldn't you rather know how to fall and not hurt yourself than just concentrate on not falling? Because at some point you are going to fall. We all fall as humans.
And I think that the reason why there is also I've noticed even my internal resistance to learning about that is because when we fall, it's kind of natural. Oh, well, we just fall, right? There isn't anything to think about or learn. And from a physical standpoint, physical therapy, they train us to where our body internally tries not to fall, right? So there's nothing we can control with our mind, but to learn how to fall, you either have to bring it to your body to the level where it becomes automatic, or think about how to fall. And that's the tricky thing for me. I'm how do I conceptually fall?
Yeah,
right?
and it's not just that, because she actually has a fear of falling. I don't. And because I've grown up like hiking and stuff, so I actually fall a fair amount, but I'm like totally fine and relaxed when I fall. But when she falls, I can see her tense up. She doesn't know how to fall. Why this really matters is because if you're dealing with physical therapy and you're dealing with exercise to like help you stay healthy, if you fall and injure yourself, you're toast. You're out. Like it creates a negative feedback loop, or
you stop exercising,
and you stop exercising, and then you just guaranteed decline. Like it's crazy. So you have to keep yourself like away from injuring yourself. Like it's a serious topic, and I'm just so frustrated and passionate that you just we can learn how to fall and like not hurt ourselves. And it's actually a fun thing. I actually kind of have fun when I fall. I think it's funny. I kind of crack myself. She freaks out, but like I think it's kind of funny.
Well, I experienced what was recent, like a 10-foot that felt like a 20 feet
bouldering. She was bouldering at the gym.
Bouldering, and so I fell, and I didn't expect it, and I fell way before I realized that I was falling, and then I noticed myself on the ground. But it was fun.
It's kind of fun.
Like, okay, thank God I didn't hurt anything. Like didn't have any concussions or anything, and I was like, I wouldn't mind doing that again if it's safe.
And again, we're not professionals. Don't just go out and just fall and hurt yourself and sue us, because we're not telling you to do that. But like, there's a mindset here. There's a domain of knowledge we have access to. And it keeps you away from injuring yourself, which is so important when you're dealing with this. Because if she can't do her exercises, it's like she really starts to feel it, and it adds up quick. And because it's a progressive thing, you just get sucked into this loop. And if you reach that tipping point where you can no longer exercise, it's really scary and really dangerous.
Yeah, it's like almost like you have, in order to have a conversation, how do I exercise, and like where do I go to learn, and what kind of exercises do I do? I think like a big part of that should be also like, how do I learn how to not hurt myself while I exercise, and how to fall so I can exercise. It's just kind of like a part of a program.
Huge important topic. Okay, that's a long video. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Love to know what you think about this. And I'd love to get a class going. We're in Santa Cruz, but maybe we could do it online and share it with people. I don't know. Love to know your thoughts. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.